For their size, badgers are very tough animals and don't mind taking on animals much bigger. It's a very close relative, the skunk. It's also at times very fearless. So what do you get when they both encounter each other? You know, the badger eventually figured out that the prospect of getting both bitten and sprayed is just not a good look. Imagine being in a barbershop waiting on your turn when something crazy happens. This happened in Malaysia when these two men's normal day is rudely interrupted by a very angry animal. The wild boar ran in there like someone owed him money or something. The pig didn't show up back on camera for a while until here, where this guy tries to be chivalrous and open the door, but little piggy was trying to run him over. I'd be like, look here, piggy, you know, I've been kind of fiending for some bacon lately. Don't play with me. I would imagine this has to be a once in a lifetime shot, right? So like, not one, not two, not three, but 4 mountain lions on the porch of this Colorado home. Like, I don't think you understand how rare this is to get this type of footage on camera. Probably never happened. The cougars hang out for a while on the porch, and I think they eventually can instinctively feel that they're being watched, so they bounce. But how beautiful and frightening at the same damn time. What would you do if you walked down the street and saw this? This is the definition of a real catwalk. This is what I think is at least a dozen lions, all males, walking down a paved road. And when I first saw this, I thought it was fake, but real it is indeed. Not sure what this goat's major malfunction is, but it is being very aggressive to passerbys in this town in Brazil. On several occasions, it rammed people and even knocked one woman down. At the end of the video, they finally get the animal out of there, but not before he caused some sore behinds along the way. Yikes! Foxes are one of the cutest animals out there. They are so adorable. But you know, wild foxes gotta eat too, and they ain't eating broccoli. This fox saw his potential dinner in the form of a cat, but you know how cats can be. Kitty was not trying to hear it.
5 dogs.
This poor stray horse is getting harassed by 4 dogs and somehow remains calm. Like, I thought the horse would kick the crap out of the dogs, but this is a pretty shy horse. Eventually some people rescue the horse and find it at home. Like, how crazy, huh?
Çok güzel ya. Otursa.
Here is something you have definitely never seen. So this turtle is called a terrapin, and it is attracted to the blood on the lions. And just check out how these little creatures come in with no fear or hesitation. The terrapin never even gives a second thought to the fact that it could easily be a snack for one of these lions. Talk about having some big cojones. It's crazy because it's like the lions don't know what in the heck to make of this thing and what the heck to do with the turtle.
Oh my. Melanie.
Okay.
Come here, friend.
This cat probably doesn't understand what would have happened if this glass was not there. The cat would have been a snack and he wouldn't even know what hit him.
They're out back.
Tommy, are you kidding me?
Shh, you want to scare the cat off? They're still in bed. They're still in bed.
That is not funny. You about to give me a heart attack.
Smell it. Okay, smell
Here's an encounter with a very vocal lion who, if it were me, I would not be screwing with. But maybe that's just me. So look at this. The lion is behind a cage, and at some point we get to see the lion's insane athletic ability when it leaps into the air for some food.
Go! Go! Oh! Mama, you have to get videotape.
Like, I didn't even know a male lion could jump like that. Incredible! Here's a video in which a territorial elephant chases away some giraffes. This is interesting because, you know, I've watched animal videos since I was a kid. And although I cannot say that I've never seen an elephant chase away a giraffe, the two usually live pretty peacefully in the wild in close proximity. If I'm wrong about that, I stand corrected. But in either case, seeing the two largest land animals this close must have been amazing, yet in a way frightening, like especially seeing the aggression. After all, we know how unpredictable elephants can be.
We were about ready to leave, I think, and I all of a sudden saw 2 honey badgers pop out of the reeds. I knew their reputation, so I knew that things were going to happen.
The honey badger is well known to be a bad mofo, and they don't care how big you are, they will fight you. Can you believe these things are related to skunks? 6 lions decided to try to take this thing on, and it is definitely a fight that those lions will always remember. The honey badger bit one of the lions on the nose, and eventually the fight ends. Honey badgers will fight and fight and fight, and if you don't kill them, they will just outlast you and they will get the upper hand.
All things considered, it was definitely one of my best sightings The interaction was incredibly rare, and we were very fortunate to witness it and capture it on film.
Come on, come on.
Can you imagine a world without dogs? Dogs are just great and they're so dang smart. This dog is very well trained and of course so used to routine that it doesn't understand that there is no glass right there to act as a barrier between him and his human family. He is waiting for them to open the door for him, and this is just so dang adorable.
Stay there, Barry. Don't follow us. Don't come towards us. I don't want to use my bear spray. That's a good boy.
This is what I call a smart man. So he's walking on a trail and encounters a huge grizzly bear. The man started walking backwards and speaking calm but loudly, which I imagine is in the standard what do you do if you encounter a grizzly rule book, right? He mentioned he had bear spray, which was good. The bear didn't seem like it was worried about any humans, and it was just basically minding its own business and took a detour to get away from these humans. If this were me, I would probably by this point be suddenly drowning in my own yellow puddle, if you know what I mean. Hell to the no.
That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Keep going.
Get him, son. Get him.
The giant African bullfrog is one of the greediest animals in the world. If it can fit it in their mouth, they're going to eat it. These things do not play. Look at these things devour worms, crickets, and even mice. Can you imagine if this was like the size of a black bear or something? They'll be gobbling up humans left and right. How many of y'all thought the thumbnail on this video was clickbait? Nah, fam, it's absolutely real. So this chimp escaped from a zoo in Japan and climbed an electricity pole. Cha-Cha, which is the name of the 24-year-old chimpanzee, somehow avoided being barbecued and was eventually tranquilized and taken back to the zoo.
落ちそうです。手が離れそうです。体がだらーっと伸びた状態になってしまっています。その下では動物の職員がネットを広げてキャッチしようとしています。今落ちました。落ちました。6人、7人ほどで今運んでいく。
Want to see something creepy and utterly disgusting yet fascinating? Of course you do, that's why you're here. So this is a kind of ribbon worm, and trust me, these are nothing like the earthworms you see in your grass. Not even close. The ribbon worm spits out this thing called a proboscis, which is this sticky thing they use to hold on to prey. I swear this thing looks like something from another planet. An enormous male lion goes to take a drink of water on a hot day. Nothing to see, right? Wrong. Look, there is one animal that even a male lion will not mess with. Meet the hippo.
Sister. Theo.
Tio, calm. Tio. Tio.
Listen to this demon and how she sounds. So this, I believe, is some kind of big cat rehabilitation place or something. So she is literally ready to rip this man apart, and she ain't playing. So after trying to get this puma to, cooperate with the little noose, the powerful cat starts to break loose.
What? You got it, you got it. Alright, top, guy. Top.
Magically, they end up calming the animal down, and the dude is even touching her. Bruh. Hail to the gnaw.
Tio, over here. Look at me. Hey, I'm over here. I know.
Ever seen a fox and a raccoon get into it? Well, now you have. I wonder what the issue is here. Not sure if it's food or maybe just territory, but the fox is not happy and is trying to bully this raccoon. There's even a deer watching close by. Like, who would you have your money on? Me, knowing what I know about animals just in general and about these two animals, I'm going to choose the raccoon actually. Raccoons are crazy animals, and when they get mad, they will go full berserker mode on you, and they are not to be played with.
A massive bee attack on a high school campus sent dozens of students to the hospital. It happened at Palmdale High School just after noon today, and CBS 2's Randy Page is live at the school where he spoke to students attacked by the swarm. Randy.
What a crazy day here in Palmdale, Pat. That's exactly right. This happened just after 12 noon, and many of the students were out in the lunch area. Also, there happened to be a beehive there. Well, one of the kids tossed something in the beehive, by one account an apple, and the beehive fell, hit the ground, and the bees began to swarm by the hundreds.
This crazy situation happens in Palmdale, which of course is in LA, where a swarm of bees attacked many students after one of them threw an apple and damaged the hive. You gotta understand that bees are pretty smart, and they know that they will die when they sting you, which means they will only really attack if necessary. They're not like hornets and wasps that would just attack you for getting too close. You can bet these kids learned a very painful lesson, which is that if something isn't bothering you, don't bother it.
She's gonna get you dirty again.
She's already above me. Oh, she's worried. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This woman is much more brave than I would be. This looks to be a pretty young female elephant who is absolutely in love with this woman and is so affectionate. What's amazing about elephants, despite their size and strength, they can be so dang gentle. Either way, I wouldn't be in this position to see if the elephant is going to be naughty or nice.
Wow, who could expect this? Kangaroo attacking. Attacking the goat.
I bet you have never seen a kangaroo and a goat get into it. Well, now you have. It looks almost like the goat wants to play and the kangaroo is being the serious one. As mean as this kangaroo is, I doubt that it could take a full charge from this goat and would get demolished probably, even though I know how rough and crazy kangaroos can be.
You.
This video recently went viral of a man walking a trail when he was confronted by a mountain lion who follows him for 6 minutes. Scientists hypothesized that the animal had young kittens close by and wasn't really trying to attack him, as these are animals who prefer to like hide and sneak up on you, right? Kind of attack you from behind, you know, and grab your neck. So they don't believe that this animal was trying to do that. This is more of just posturing and just saying, hey, I'm here. I love how this guy handled the situation, because you could tell he was kind of panicky, right? But he kind of held his ground, and I think that potentially, you know, saved this from being an escalated situation. So this happened at SeaWorld years ago when one of the orcas knocked over a trainer. Luckily the trainer was okay, but this could have been really bad had she landed the wrong way. The distance she fell doesn't seem like much, but trust and believe that is far enough of a fall to do some serious damage, especially had she landed on her head.
I'll try and steal the kill from this lion. It's incredible size.
This huge but likely young male lion is trying to enjoy its meal, but unfortunately it's not the only one that's hungry. Check out these hyenas, who are definitely formidable hunters in their own right. Hyenas have almost double the bite force of a lion. A lot of people don't understand how deadly they can be. There are a bunch of them, and they gang up on this lion, and the lion figures out that it has no shot as it tries to engage with these hyenas. There are just too many of them.
This was also the last time we saw this young male lion for fairly obvious reasons, and the hyenas just devoured that carcass from there on.
If you make a list of animals you don't want to get bitten by, an alligator snapping turtle has to be close to the top of that list. So the otter in this video was completely unafraid of this dangerous turtle. Or maybe it was just really hungry. Nevertheless, had this otter made one slip up, it could have easily been taken out by this very large snapping turtle. Otters, though, they're so agile, and it managed to avoid those very powerful jaws. The otter ended up getting a meal out of it and didn't finish the meal, so it came back the next day to eat it. Most of you know by now that possums are very passive animals, and much of their baring their teeth and hissing is for show. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to call the bluff of one. I mean, but that's just me, because they still have 50 razor sharp teeth, and actually they have more teeth than any other mammal. So like, I wouldn't be playing around like this, but hey, to each his own. It was a normal, beautiful night until a raccoon attacked this miniature poodle. Its owner is Kevin Rose, who is the founder of Dig, a website that, the best way to explain it is, it essentially was Reddit before Reddit, right? The front page of the internet, they call this type of website. So he's the founder, and he went outside to see his dog, which the poodle's name is Toaster. Toaster was in very big trouble, y'all, because had he come out just maybe a minute or two later, I think that dog would have been, you know, really, really messed up. But anyways, Kevin jumps in, picks up the damn raccoon with his bare hands and throws the damn thing. Hell to the no. I would imagine that one of the few animals brave enough to take on a full-grown rattlesnake would be a bobcat. I'm not clear if this particular bobcat was looking for something to eat, and stumbled upon a rattlesnake, or if a rattlesnake just happened to be in his path. Nevertheless, this rattlesnake was completely outmatched.
No tall tale. They're usually the gentlest of giants. But it turns out there's one giraffe in the South African savannah who's willing to stick his neck out if you're driving by him in a Jeep. It started as the perfect safari photo op, up close with one of nature's most majestic creatures.
So we said, wow, that's nice, we can do pictures. And you know, everybody was so excited.
Behind you and left. But then, uh-oh. The giraffe starts moving closer. The driver pulls away.
Maybe now is the point to radio for help.
But as the Jeep picks up speed, so does the giraffe, all 13 feet, 2.5 tons of him. They try and get away, but the giraffe outruns the Jeep, sideswiping it at 30 miles an hour. Watch again, that crunch is the side mirror coming off.
I'm not sure what prompted this giraffe to get aggressive. They're usually very laid back around humans, but this one was not trying to hear it. I'm glad these people are okay, because that would have been a bad way to go out for sure.
Og det begynner å fortelle, så blir det litt sånn usannsynlig. Det topper nesten alle historier om du vil eller ikke da.
Here's another polar bear, and this time, people are actually feeding it. Sounds like a bad idea, but hey, maybe that's just me. The biggest issue with this is the sheer amount you would have to give a polar bear just for the doggone thing to be satiated. This particular bear probably hasn't had a good meal in a while, and it showed here. So, does this husky and the German shepherd not know what they are messing with? The fearless dogs harass the puma for several minutes. Like, you can tell the mountain lion is kind of confused, yet still at the same time is very confident. I mean, it must know. Like, these dogs are no match for me. I'm the one with the speed and the power. So, it's not really worth it to risk your dog's life like this. I mean, maybe that's just me.
This front window and climbed up the brick, and this glass is missing.
This takes place in Toronto, where a new home is under construction, but unfortunately there are some uninvited guests.
Go. No, not in the wall. Come on. Go. 3.
A total of 11 fat raccoons had made their home in this new home, and I must say they looked more scared than anything else. Raccoons are usually pretty mild-mannered, but as you know, once you piss them off, they turn into complete maniacs and will tear you apart. These raccoons were thankfully removed without incident.
New video of the mountain lion spotted in a Simi Valley community. It was seen again this morning after it attacked 2 dogs the night before. CBS 2's Tina Patel is live with the latest on the search. Tina.
This is in Simi Valley, California, where a mountain lion is patiently waiting by the door of this home to hopefully get a meal from one of the family dogs, with the dog itself being on the menu, of course. A schnauzer in the area had recently been killed by a mountain lion, although not sure if it was this one that did it. Anyway, the mountain lion turned out to be a bit emaciated and had a tracking collar on it that wasn't working. Officials came in and had it replaced and removed the dangerous cat.
It looks like a scene straight out of Steven Spielberg's thriller Jaws. But for marine biologist Ocean Ramsey, this rare sighting of a great white tells the real story of the ocean's fiercest predator.
So this is a 50-year-old great white shark that is over 20 feet long. This marine biologist said that this shark could actually be pregnant And she also noted that a great white shark is one of the most misunderstood animals out there. I don't know about you, but I ain't taking no chances if I see a big ass shark. Hell to the no.
Breathtaking, heart-melting, overjoyed to be approached by this big, beautiful, massive, I think, grandma shark. I mean, she's definitely old to be that large, and it fills my heart with joy and takes my breath away. And it kind of breaks my heart at the same time, to be honest with you, because I just realized that moments like this are increasingly rare because shark populations are being wiped out for shark fin soup and shark finning.